Hey everyone, Andrig with Andrig's Air Cool Technology. Just wanted to give a quick business and product update. If you've been following along, well, you know I've kind of had this business shut down. Almost went, bankrupt, but we are back, so that's good news. Hopefully, it's good news for you. It's certainly good news for me, and we're going to be having products, come available shortly. One product is available as of today, and that is the fixed cooling flaps are back in stock, ready to go, ready to ship. So I've already actually received some orders. So if you put in a back in stock request, you're going to get notification via email that they are in stock, ready to order. So prices stayed the same, fortunately. Had some nice things happen in terms of reduction of some of the service costs that I have. So even though material costs were a little higher, overall price can stay the same. So we're in good shape there. So hopefully we'll just try to keep doing that as best we can. What's coming after that is we're going to have the oil cooler block off available, and those I had to make a significant amount of those for the Evolution 2 cooling system because they come a part of that overall kit, and in that regard that just gives me extra to sell because I made significantly more of them than I did of all the components for making the fan shrouds. So we just we'll have extra of those available just for purchase on the side if that's something you're interested in. They are billet aluminum. They'll be reasonably priced. They'll come with the stock OEM oil cooler seals that they work with. So just bolt on and good to go. So those will be available maybe tomorrow, but at the latest probably on Monday. And then the Evolution 2 cooling system, entire cooling system, will be hopefully available starting next week. That'll be a build to order product, and so as you order I'll actually make them, but I have all the components, and I just want to show you as well. Oops, hit the camera there. This is what the production fan looks like. This is the default, the regular inlet side, the front of the cooling system. This is the alternator generator side, and really only works with alternator. On this side, you see that, so that's what that will look like. And then we also have the inlet right here. This is what the inlet will look like, the production inlet will look like. And I still have the only delay on this is I still have a little bit of fitment testing just to double check some things, make sure we don't have any issues with clearing the crossbar style linkage, which will be what is supported initially. I am working on versions of this that will work with the twist style linkages, like from SCAT or CSP, and there may be others, but those are the two I'm aware of, and I have a SCAT one on my test engine now. And so we'll get those prototypes kind of printed up and make sure they fit, and once those are available, I'll have those available. But initially, as we release this product, likely it's just going to support the crossbar style linkage, which is what's kind of the most common that's out there. So most people have. And eventually, hopefully, we'll do a twist style linkage, and hopefully also the Gene-Berg linkage as well. There's a certain, members of the community have asked me for that. That one is problematic. I bought all these linkages, so I have it. It tends to cut through this and block part of the inlet here, which is not that big of a deal in terms of the blockage. In fact, you could probably even trace this out and grind it back if you wanted not to block the linkage, but it does go through where these supports are. And so that's a little bit problematic in that, we just have to make, I might have to spread these out to get them so they don't, which somewhat weakens the structure up here, but I think it'll be fine. We'll just see, we'll test it out. We'll see if it works. As long as there's no problem, I'll have that as an available option as well. But the most common linkages are the crossbar and the twist style linkages I see seem to be more common. Obviously the Gene-Berg linkage is popular, but it's also considerably more expensive. In fact, the linkage is about as expensive as what this entire cooling system will cost. So, um, um, although I'll be a little bit more expensive than their linkage, but not very much. I was able to actually, get new equipment that prints this part out as well, and I was able to use a different material than I used for the fan, which was a significantly cheaper material, which helped get the cost down. So I think people will be happy with the price point of the Evolution 2 cooling system, considering its performance. And you'll be able to do things like run smaller diameter pulleys. You can run taller gear ratios. Even if you don't have a super high performance engine, you don't need all that cooling. You can get an efficient, very, very good cooling system that will allow you to have other options like taller gears, etc. And power pulleys. And if you're running like a dry sump system, I think even standard power pulleys won't clear dry sumps. So you end up with even smaller diameter pulley. That will even still, you'll get so much better cooling with that small pulley if you want with the dry sump system. So there's a lot of options in terms of this cooling system doesn't necessarily have to just be relegated to people who are running super high performance engines. They can be tuned to lessen the cooling if that's what you need, and to provide even better efficiency than you would get. Taller gear ratios, highway cruising, depends how you use your vehicle and what kind of vehicle you have, and size and performance envelope of your engine, and even how you use it. If you're driving, if it's a race car for endurance racing, like one of the customers I have, where he's 5,000 to 7,500 RPM all the time for hours on end. Well, you want that additional cooling up there at those high RPM levels. But if you're just, a boulevard cruiser or whatever, this might be too much for you unless you kind of dial it back. But you can do that with pulley ratio. You can do that with gear ratios, and get better fuel economy, etc. So there's ways around that, and I might even, as I introduce some other things, introduce different fan options for it, for different cooling levels. But we'll see what happens with that. After the cooling system, the Evolution 2 cooling system is released, I will also start to produce versions of these fans and inlets that work on the Doghouse cooling fan shroud, the OEM and aftermarket ones, as well as the early VW cooling fan shrouds, and probably Porsche 356 as well. So those are all will be later, and later mostly because I'm getting a solar array installed with battery backup, and we're waiting on the permits for that, and I've been waiting for that since we moved, so months already. And I just got message back from the installer saying that the permit is due on the 30th of this month. So after the third, and then they can start installing or whatever. I don't know really how long it's going to take them, but hopefully it doesn't take more than a couple of weeks. So by mid-November to late November, maybe Thanksgiving time, I'll be able to ramp up kind of the 3D printing operation, because it is expensive to run those printers on a 7x24 basis, just having them chew up power. And so the solar array is part of the strategy to keep costs down. So I'm not having to pay, pass on to you the cost of the electricity to actually print all these things. The Evolution 2 cooling system will be built to order. So I've just got, a printer for the fan, a printer for the inlet, and we'll just print those, and I'll weld together the shroud and do all that work and package it all up and get it to you. Hopefully, each one of the, fan shrouds, it just depends on order volume, how long it's going to take me to have everything ready. But generally speaking, hopefully it won't be more than 3 to 5 weeks. It's just a guess at this point, because I really don't know what the demand will be. I'll fine tune that as we see kind of who wants to order and how many orders come in all at once and what's available. But hopefully next week, be looking out for Evolution 2 cooling system being available. And that'll be exciting. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think it's a game changer in terms of cooling system performance and efficiency. So look out for that, and I'll have an announcement video of that next week, hopefully, if everything goes well, and if there's no more things that I have to really do in terms of tweaking it. And just as a FYI, when I pull this up, it's like kind of bolted to like this big steel structure. That's not part of the product. That's just an annealing fixture. So when these parts get annealed in the annealing oven, I have it bolted to this fixture that just keep it straight and prevent it from warping when it gets annealed, so that it'll always be straight and fixed for you, and it won't be warped and not fit properly as a result, or not really be able to even ship it to you as a result. So that's what this is. So don't be confused by that. It's just an annealing structure. And I really thank everybody for hanging in there as we've been shut down. We've been shut down for probably 9 months, and we got through it though, and we're back, and we're going to have exciting products coming. And just hang in there, and if you're excited about this, hopefully you are. These will be available soon, and look for the oil cooler block off as well, if that's something that interests you. That'll be on my website soon, and we'll have product available for you guys, and be shipping it as quick as we can. I really appreciate you guys hanging in there. I know a lot of people have been asking and waiting for me to come back, and rooting for me to come back. I appreciate that. And with all of that, thanks, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.